Good afternoon everyone, welcome to day 5 of the 12 days of Digis with Cara Brandon Creations and dearjuliejulie. Today, this is from Julie. We have a beautiful Christmas card here, vintage Christmas card. Another one here, a vintage postcard, and these elements at the top. And then from our Cara, we have 5 beautiful journaling cards and some tiny little elements on the side. So the first thing I did was I've used some stencils to make some more pages, stenciled pages and mop-up pages. And the 2 stencils I've used today, if I pop that on right, you probably might be able to see that a bit better. This one's a Stamperia. And as you can see, I've had it for many years and it's getting really, really old now. But I have got another one because I accidentally ordered 2. And this is a lovely stencil. But with these ones, they're very, very thin because they're designed to go round things like a bottle, for example. So you can do mixed media work with them. So you have to be very, very careful with them on some of the fine bits. And the other one I've used is Linda's Flourish again. Let me just change that bit of paper out. And that's Linda's Flourish stencil. I've used that one again. So the first thing I did was everything's on card. So I've used some of the paper that I've made with some tattered angels and my stencils. And this one I've used the Flourish stencil on the back. Then I've popped the journal card on the front here, and then I've used some stamps. Now this one is the night before Christmas, and it's by Beeline Designs, and these are from Linda Israel. And the other one I've used, if you look at this gorgeous stitching at the top and at the top of here, it's this one. They're shabby stitches and you get 4 different stamps, and it's the one right at the bottom. So I stamped this up and I thought that looked so nice, and you can fit a journal card in it or the tags that I've made today really easily, and I thought that'd be lovely. You can use that as a floating pocket, or you can actually attach it to your page. And if you're doing a ring binder one, well then obviously because this is a nice thick card, you could just punch through and pop that straight in. I then took the card, this one. This Merry Christmas comes from the butterfly from yesterday, the little card, the little Christmas card. It had a butterfly at the top and Merry Christmas at the bottom. So I've cut out the Merry Christmas and I've popped it onto a little bit of ripped out vintage wallpaper. Then this bit of the roof and the side, the cart and all the flowers here, I fussy cut out from another one and popped them on. Now I can see the dimension on here, but you won't be able to because of the way that obviously it's just being filmed. But it's given such a lovely dimension and it really does take you into the card. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Then this one, I've used the very, very tiny little card. I've fussy cut it out and then popped one of the stamps on the front and just sewed round it. Now this one, on that stencil from Stamperia, can you see there's some little dots, snow dots. So I've managed to get the snow dots behind here, so it looks like snow falling on the log and on the holly. And again, I've made this into another little pocket. So I fussy cut all this bit around and then just stuck that down like that. I thought it was lovely with the snow on. This one, I've just left it as it is. I didn't want to cover up the actual message and the writing on this, so I've left it just as it is and I've just sewn it onto a bit of card. So that takes us on to our 3 tags that I made today. Oops, a little bit of fluff left from the jute when I was fraying it up. Here, this one on the back is the, again, the flourish stencil on the back of here. And they're so easy to make, these papers. Once you've got a stencil and you've got some tattered angels or other mica powder mists, put my teeth back in again, just spray away with a couple of different colours. I've used a pale green one on this, and I've actually used a bit of chalk spray as well on this one, on this particular one. And then I've used some vintage wallpaper, one of Tracy's Fox's Greetings. This stamp here is the Elves in a Workshop, but it's very, very difficult to see because you've got a postage stamp right over the top of it. But I thought that would be lovely on here, and the little tiny little what are they called? Tickets. I'm going brain dead. And this is one of the little tiny labels that Cara gave us today. Now, I've stamped December 2020. You know, one of these that you get in the library. Now, the reason why I've done December 2020 instead of going back to a vintage date like you normally do, is because this year is so important to us all. It's a year that we didn't expect to get, and in 10 years' time, when the wee ones who are born next year are growing up, they're going to want to know what it was like. What was it like going through lockdown? You know, what was it like not being able to go and see your relatives and your friends and, you know, things like that. So I thought this year is so important. So I've actually used the December 2020 on it. I do apologise, that's the dogs downstairs. Here I've popped on a beautiful stamp from Belize, and again I've used the December 2020 with some vintage wallpaper on the back. There's some vintage wallpaper running through here, and this is one of Tracy Fox's labels again, you know, from her Creature Christmas, and I thought that was lovely. And on the back here, again, that's the Stamperia one on the back there. And this one's a Stamperia one again. Again, this is one of Tracy's little labels with some more vintage wallpaper. And I thought this married up perfectly. Now, I don't know whether Cara realised she was doing this when she was putting her kits together, but you've got Jingle Bells here. Just when you can see that, Jingle Bells, and then I've got Sleigh. So I thought that was absolutely perfect with another wee December 2020 in the corner. Now, the wallpaper that I use, I get it from the same place that Tracy Fox and everybody get their beeswax over here. I cannot for the life of me remember the name of the shop, but you get some lovely little packets of all sorts of different wallpaper, and you can smell the damp in them when they first arrive. You have to sort of air them out a little bit. But I just love these, and the colours and everything are perfect, and I just love working with them. And I haven't worked with them for a while, and when I was in the bedroom, I thought I'm going to do something different today, and I'm so glad I did, because I think the vintage wallpaper on these has really brought them out lovely. I think they look so nice. These do fit in here in the little pocket. You just take one of these, they fit in this pocket as well, like that, which I think looks really nice as well. So I've had so much fun doing this. When I very first saw the all the cards today, I was like, oh my goodness, it's all square cards. What do I do with that? And you go on this mental block for 5 minutes, don't you, thinking, how am I going to ever do something with that? And do you know, I have really enjoyed it this morning playing with these. I really have. I am so glad I'm doing this, and I'm just popping them all out so you can see the ones I've done today. And to get sort of a collection like this every day, it's going to be incredible, because, you know, after 12 days, you're going to have enough ephemera, definitely, for December daily. And, you know, if you don't decide to do a December daily, wonderful gifts to give away to your friends. They really are. Particularly the ones with the December 2020 on, so your friends can remember this year. You know, the shortage of toilet roll. I think that's the one thing that most people will be laughing about I did see that Marie Osmond gave her daughter a pair of toilet roll earrings for her birthday. But you think about it, you know, I mean, now, you know, you think, although that's a bit tack, but, you know, in 10, 20 years' time, there'll probably be a collector's item. Anyway, thank you so much for being here today. I didn't do a craft with me because there were so many different elements that I was using and doing today. And I knew my grandson was due and one thing and another, so I didn't actually do a craft along, but I'll do one tomorrow. So thank you so much, and do go and look at the other girls who are doing this with me, our little elves, and have a wonderful Saturday. Bye.